All right, what's going on, guys? Wonderful, wonderful club mapping. Checking something here on Twitch. Okay. Shut this door real quick. Hold on. All right, so we're hitting a bunch of shots. I've already hit a bunch, but I might as well just stream. It's basically just judging wind effect. Took me forever to get this wind. I restarted 50 times for this wind. Basically just want to see what the effect is on the wind here. $18. That's kind of interesting. $19. I had 22 yards the shot before. I think I remember that. We got 19 and 22. That's kind of a big variable. It's a misting, so that might be a little higher because I mistinged it. Yeah, 19, 20, 22. I think we can probably change that to 20, but I'm gonna keep hitting shots and double checking this. And it keeps going back. I've had 19, 20. I think 22 was kind of an oddity, but we'll hit one more. I'm pretty comfortable saying 20. Up, Jenkins, how are you doing? I think 20 is pretty good. We'll hit one more though. It's like 19 to 20. Maybe 19 and a half. Me again. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna leave it at 20. So pretty simple. Pretty simple little spreadsheet I'm creating here. It's nothing crazy. I think my head here. Just basically charting with full backspin how much yards I lost. Pretty basic. Very time intensive though. That sounds about right. That's about what it should be. So I think I'm just going to stop on that one. Full backspin takes a while, and then once you get that, you can get a good idea for it. 18 seems a bit light. I figured that should be 17 to 18. So, yeah, I think it's 17. We got 16, we got 18, 17 would have been what I thought it would be, so good there. And this one's going to be a little more difficult. $18. 18 means that's not right. Free iron if that spin's kind of weird. It's landing pretty consistent. So we got 20, 19, 17, 14, which makes sense, right? Less spin, the wind should have less of an effect. Feel pretty good about that. Move on to the 4 iron. This is the most exciting night of all time right here. Club mapping's always super fun. So basically, here's the play. I'll give you like a layout. We're doing heavy winds right now in Kiowa. I'm going to run these numbers, find out how much yardage I lose. Then we're going to basically reverse engineer it, work it backwards, and figure out how we can be accurate. I've already did it off the tee, sort of. I just did like 1 or 2 demos, and it worked out pretty well. I predicted the yardage dead on with both shots. That tells me, you know, we're going down the right path. And then what I can do, this is a lot to manually calculate. It'd be a lot of different divisors and things like that, so I can figure it out in a spreadsheet, make it easy. We need to do heavy winds, we need to do low winds, and we need to do this on moderate wind. And then we need to test it on different courses. Like this is gonna take a while. Really, if I was dead serious about this, I probably shouldn't play a competitive round for a few weeks. And just really spend like a good week and a half, maybe 2 weeks testing this. I'm a little too impatient for that. So let's see if I can cut it down to a few hours and then learn. 4 iron, full back. Ideally, I'd like to have dings. Actually thought that would be more like 19. Hey, what, these balls off the tee, oh, in heavy winds, it's brutal. That's better. We're getting there. 18, 18's. So we got 17, 18. If we get a 19, that'll be interesting. So we've got 19, 18, 17. Yeah, I'm comfortable with 18. It's a good average. Kind of fits into the pattern as well. Is this the new ball? It is. This is the 90. Pretty crazy. Like, take the 3-iron, for example. So off the tee into this wind, my 3-iron went 27 yards less. So that wind was 27 yards off the tee. Now from the fairway, it's only 20. So it's kind of interesting. I see how that progresses down. 4-iron was 25 yards, 5-iron was 21, 6-iron was 20 and a half, 7-iron was 20, 8-iron was 17, 9-iron was 15. And then kind of weird, I tested this over and over and over again. The pitching wedge was actually 18 and a half. So it was actually more than my 8-iron, less than my 7. I probably hit 20 dinged iron shots with the pitching wedge because it just didn't think it was right. It just kept kind of came up the same every time. 3-wood took off 31 yards. That wind was 31 yards off. And the driver was 29. Really interesting. But anywho, I digress. You know, it's funny, I did all this mapping. Last night. Or not last night, today. Can I give you credits? No. Anyway, did all this mapping, and then I remembered I've already mapped this damn. So I did all that mapping for nothing. I spent like an hour and a half mapping today. And then I realized I'd already done it before. Me and Joe did it together. So that kind of sucked. So this is kind of another thing I'm realizing. Okay, so what I thought my 4-iron went, that's back-to-back shots. I guarantee I was off by a yard. What I had the 4-iron is going, I bet it really doesn't. I bet it really doesn't go that far. I had it going 201, I bet it goes 200. It's the only thing that makes sense. It's kind of cool because you can check and see what you had versus, yeah. Like double verification. 204. Ooh, this one's really not going to matter. It's not valid. Too big of a misding. It was 18. I would expect that to be 16 to 17. Close enough. That's not right. Can't be 18. It's got to be, has to be below 18. It's either that or, again, we're off by a yard on the 204 number. That was an anomaly. Damn, hit the ding. That's better. That's more like it. So it's probably 17. I tried the 90s and liked them, but when I missed the ding, 90% of the time my aim was way off. Yeah, that's the only downside to it. Especially like heavy wind, you miss the ding, you're gonna pay. But I gotta make the change. I have to. That's actually exactly what I expected it to be. So again, if I was like really want to take my time, not play rounds and get this dead perfect, I would literally probably hit 25 to 30 dings, chart it all with each spin, each club. So 4 different spins plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't really need to chart the wedges. So 10 clubs, 4 spins each. That's 40 times 25. That's 1,000 shots just for the fairway. And then I need to do the same thing for the tee. So that's 2,000 shots you need to hit, which is a lot. It's a lot of shots. We're going to try to fast track it a little bit here. And then I'll adjust through rounds. Chart each course as well eventually. God, I hope not, but we might have to. $18.5, a little strong. $18.5. Could be. Could be. I had a couple of weird variances off the tee, so well, I guess really just the one. Just that pitching wedge was kind of weird. Everything else lined up. It went down. It only makes sense that I'm off on the 4 and I off by a yard. By 19. That's probably 197.5 for the 4 iron instead of 197. That's right where I would expect that to be. And this next one should be between 16.5 to 16. Makes sense. Could go down to 15.5, but probably not. Yeah, the 19s, that's too much. So we're either off on how far that 5 iron goes, or that was just a variance in the shot. Okay. 19 again, so that can't be right. Cannot be right. Gotta be at least 18, so we're 1.5 yards off if I had to guess. This probably goes 188.5. 1.5 yards, 19, 17. More late night golf. Yeah, I feel bad. I was supposed to play bollocks tonight. That was supposed to happen at 9 o'clock. Went to a dinner with some friends of ours. Like I said, tomorrow's my wife's birthday, so we all went to dinner. And yeah, it took a really long time. A lot longer than I thought. Like 3 hours. I feel bad I missed our match. Chart this one more time. That was a variance. I hadn't gotten that short yet. Map in the 90s, yep. Really relevant. Too bad of a missed thing. Closer though. This might be somewhat relevant. 18. Again, I would expect that to be 17, so. I'm gonna need to try those balls myself sometime soon. It's just such a pain. Mapping is painful for me. Damn it. Okay. That would do well with 90. If that. Okay, that makes sense. That jives. You don't bother with top tracer to see how much backspin you're actually using? No, I got it all charted. I know in my head, right? So if we're zooming in, I mean, I've done it so many times, but like bottom would be right there. Tip would be 2 above it, but in this view, it's actually 4 because it's so zoomed in. So right there, and then 1 pass, that would be cover. I can accurately hit that almost every time, right? So bottom, 2 up would be tip. Get there, 1 more, that's cover. And I can be very repetitive with that. I don't need like a pixel ruler or anything. All right, on to the 6 iron. What the hell? 19.5. That's a lot. A lot. More than my 4 iron. That's 18.5. 18.5 would make sense. Still feel like it should be 18. So maybe that club only goes 170. We'll hit a couple shots to confirm, but again, you can kind of double check yourself too. Game has a pattern. So if you can figure out the pattern, you can work backwards. It's kind of neat. See, that was 20.5. Either that or the 6 iron's really dodgy on number. It's a little all over the place here. Should be a tighter grouping of numbers than this. Kind of all over the place. I keep 18.5 come up twice, which makes sense. Plus the club goes 171 sounds a little better, but I don't think that's right. And if I was really going into this, I would just keep hitting it over and over and over. And you could chart them and then you just do like a mean. That would give you a pretty accurate answer. That shot really doesn't matter. It's too offline. I'm determined to make an accurate model for ball flight, especially now that I know the top tracer shows distance information. You have the physics, you can absolutely do it. That's the first thing I thought of when it first came out, but I don't have the knowledge. Because then you could figure out hang time and then you could calculate distance. It would make life so much easier. 14. That's about right. Tell you what, wind. Oh my god, wind is huge here. In terms of these balls, the wind kills it. So bad. Then we say, what'd that shot land? 155, right? So if we're working backwards, that's wrong, right? So I'm gonna have to change all my divisors and everything for this ball. Factor they're using for lift ball to ball spinning. Lift. Oh, like I said, I've looked through this, and if you look through, they actually talk about how they figure out lift, but like hieroglyphs to me, man. Like the coefficient of force and all that stuff. What do we got here? 175. Damn it. No. Got to go down to 17.5 at least. If it doesn't go down to 17.5, then 175 is wrong. Could be 174.5, like. Yeah, see, that went down 14. We went from like 19 to 14. I had the same problem with the 6-iron off the tee. It was very. The numbers were huge. The variances. Like a 5-yard variance is way too much. $15 makes sense. Little bit big, but we had a 14 and we had a 19, we got a 15, so a little. I want a tighter grouping than that. Now we got an 18, so really all over the place here. 18, 15, 1.5, 16.5 would make sense. I'm gonna go 16.5. It matches up with the 5-iron, and so far the 5-iron and the 6-iron play exactly the same. The first two numbers, so that would make sense. We're just gonna go ahead and assume cover plays the same as a 5-iron. If it's true that they figure out how to show shot replays based on numbers from your shot, that means the way they calculate ball flight is consistent. Yeah. That's true. Everyone's getting really excited. I know. You guys are really stoked. Always thought they saved an actual video from your shot and showed that for replay, but now I'm not so sure. I don't even really know what you're talking about in terms of the numbers and stuff. I haven't really looked at it. In the replay address. $16 makes sense. I kind of thought it was going to be 17 though, or 17.5 even. So we got 16, we got 15.5. Okay. It's kind of a big drop off. $16.5 makes sense. I think 16 is good. We got 15, 15.5, 16, 16.5, so 16 is good. think we're good with that. All that info seems to be in the address. Spent so much time mapping, I'm having PTSD. No twitching. I bet I've spent more time mapping than you. Gets better every time. $17 does not make sense. 17's not right. If we keep coming up with 17, that means the number we think we have for this is right. Starting to think we're not right. 16 would make sense. 16, even that's a little high. 15.5, I would wholeheartedly believe. That's 18. That's an outlier. You can throw that one away. Wait, that's right. What we doing here? Oh, we're just mapping. It's been so much fun. Should be illegal. 17 could be right, but I think it's more likely this club goes 158 and it's 16. Mathematically, it makes sense, right? So we're looking at it here, right? See the patterns? Slightly less, same. This is actually slightly more, and I hit that enough times where I'm actually pretty confident that's right. Same. Everything's same here, and so this has got to be less, right? So this is weird. One of these are off. Really, it's probably 17. 17, 16, like this should decline. Steady decline there. Only one where it worked weird. Where was it? There was one that was kind of odd. I guess not. It was just that pitching wedge. That was really weird. Like I said, I hit it enough where I'm confident it's right. Back to the 7. Pitching wedge lamp, super short and headwind. Yeah, I mean it was affected into this wind. It was 18.5 yards. I full backspin into a 30. Yeah, but just into this wind, like if you look at it, bring it back over. Just into a 17, 19 mile an hour headwind, I lost 27 yards of my 3-iron. 27 yards. It's insane. Lost 31 with the 3-wood. Yeah, this is off the tee. Off the fairway, I lost 20. Yeah, but I need to know it because I play so much full backspin shots. I don't know it all. Unlock your mysteries. What are we on? We're on 7-iron cover. I guess as this number's off. 14.5, maybe not. That actually lines up perfectly. Okay. I'm hot. What? Play a lot of full now, 56%. Yeah, but if I get this right, if I can do it the way I envision, I can still play full back. Just going to give me a better understanding of distance for every spin. You don't find variation in distance if you hit to green rather than fairway? No. If anything, I feel like fairway's a little more accurate. Fairway's a little more accurate. I mean, we are hitting slightly uphill. Some of these are downhill a little bit, but pretty dead on what I expect anyway. .5. Ooh. That's fishy. It goes from 17 with the 7-iron to 13.5 with the 8. Bit much. That should be tighter grouping. Should be like 15. Almost 13. Injuries and empty fullbacks' yardage loss on mistings seems a lot more severe with the 90s. Really? Like one way to map it. I get on the course and find that out. See if this goes 130 again. If this goes 130, I'm questioning. Concerned slightly. It's dead on. That's a very consistent number. Okay. Could just be one of those weird blips if I had to guess that one. I'm gonna jump ahead to the 9-iron. If I had to guess, the 9-iron normally goes 127. It's gonna be like 15. So I'm gonna go like 112. 14.5. Huh. Pretty big jump. 17 yards with the 7-iron to 13.5 with the 8. Didn't have that. Oh, I guess I did. I had a 3-yard difference. Kind of makes sense. 20 yards off the tee for the 7-iron, 17 for the 8-iron. What was a jump? Oh. The biggest jump I had was the 7 and 8. Turn top tracer on to see different in Apex 8-iron. Tracer. Alright, let's see the Apex. 58 should land right around 130. 116. 116. Pretty much the same. That was 16.5 though. Same apex, just in the air longer. It's kind of interesting. It's actually slightly lower, which you would expect. Going from an 8 to a 7. Alright, let's do 8-iron. That lines up. It's actually probably 13.5, but we'll hit it again. Yeah, 13's good. Okay. It's interesting. Notice how the apex was 118 feet there. Is it the same on a ding, I wonder? I don't know, that went 118. Went a little higher. Let's see. Not right. Apex went way down though, huh? That's more accurate. That's probably right. Someone mapped their shots that way by the apex. You could. I mean, that's what I said from the beginning. You could map it by hang time, right? If you know the apex, then you can figure out hang time. Do it that way. Man, it'd be hard. I bet that's actually right. I'm not even going to map that anymore because that's exactly what it should be. But I don't know. Okay, now we can hit another one. That was way off. That was 10, should be 12, I think. So that was 10 again. We got a 10 and a 12. Could be 11. Okay, now we got an 11, so stop at 11. Oh man, I know, you guys can't control your excitement. You record the master's coverage because they were showing initial velocity for drives on certain holes. I don't think that's going to be applicable to this though. So what you need to, you have to look at the book they use, which is Penn. A guy named Penn. A lot of their physics from this game comes from some book a guy named Penn wrote about golf physics. And it's actually open to the public, like the book. You can read most of it. It's on like some kind of college website in their library. But yeah, the information's actually out there. Nine iron, I'm not so worried about. Our deviation is going to be a lot tighter. right? Like that's very similar. It's been 12.5 yards for the first 3. This should jump down to 11, maybe 10, probably 11. All right. That's where I would expect it to be anyway. It'd be 11. Good with that. Pitching wedge. Oof. Let's see if the variance is as crazy as it is off the tee. See if this goes like 94 yards or something. That's 14. I was expecting higher than the 9-iron, which we got there. Let's see if we get it. Let's play 9 holes. I'm using basic gear. No, I'm mapping. $14 again. I want to see it on ding though. Bad thing about hitting shots over and over again, the meter gets progressively worse and it starts lagging really bad. That's 15. 15 and a half. Meter to sit for a second. Make mulligans free for practice rounds, only charge 2 hits for them. Alright, so that was 14 and a half. I'm good with 14. Close enough. That's 14. Makes sense. I think it's going to be tighter. I'm not going to see as much deviation with your wedges. So this should be somewhere between 14 with full backspin, probably maybe 12 and a half, probably 13. Cover. Same. That's what I would expect. And then this should be either 14, probably 13, 14. This should be like 104, 103. Okay. No. Where'd that go? Where'd that go? 105, okay. That would be 12. That's a little too much variance, I think. 2 yards, 2 yards is a lot there for a pitching wedge. So if I'm thinking 104, 103. That was 104 and a half. That would make that 12 and a half. I don't know. It's either that or this pitching wedge goes a little bit longer than I think. Might go 118. Yeah, it's got to go 118. Too big of a jump. I don't know if I really care about the 3-wood. Well, I guess we should. Kind of have to care. It's kind of important, actually. Really start to see the lag kicking in now. Here it comes. It's not happy. Two and stuff. Damn it. Dang, man. See how much that affects the apex. It affected it by 1 foot. About the same number though. 20, 24, 23. I think 23 is good. It's so hard to hit the ding when the meter gets this out of whack. Only 19, but I would expect a decent sized jump with a 3-wood. You're using deep backspin balls? It's not untrue. There we go. $18, 19, close enough. I'm really not going to hit a 3-wood with any less spin than that. I don't think. I hardly ever do. I usually don't hit a 3-wood at this spin. Yeah, I don't even have it charted. I do have tip cover. Nah, I'm not comfortable in that number. I'm gonna do it. Oh my god, it's getting so retarded right now. I guess we should look at wedges too, huh? Off the fairway, I don't really care about the tee. Yeah. Let's play. I'll hit fast, dude. You know how long it took me to restart to find this wind? Like, I'm not jumping out of this. Like 50 restarts. To find a perfect headwind. Gotta finish charting these. Shouldn't misting it shouldn't cause a big variance here. Should still land 53.5 or so. 54, yeah, I'm good with that. And I'm not gonna hit a wedge at any other spin. Not into a headwind. So this should be like 11 or 12. Ooh, that really will matter. Replay your shot and the next replay will be smooth again. That's a good idea. And we're almost done here. See if it ends up going 93. I think it should go 92, but yeah, that makes sense. One, two. All right, so we've got our data for heavy. It's depressing. Now I got to go back through and do moderate and low. Anything else I want to do before I get out of this wind? I guess work backwards. Let's work backwards on a couple and see if we can figure it out. So let's do, I don't know. I'm gonna hit a different shot closer to the hole. We'll actually go for the green. Okay. You can hit shots back toward T for tailwind mapping. Oh my God, Curtis. You're a genius. Should do tailwind mapping. Oh. Pressing. Tailwind, I'm alright though. Feel pretty good about tailwinds. Just more headwinds. But I should, you're right, I should do that. Yeah. Thanks for depressing me, Curtis. When is Curtis on the 90? I don't know. All right, working backwards here. Take a small break. Mental break. Closing in on 30K in earnings. Huh? So we want to hit the green here. So that's like 148 east. 148. I'm drawing a blank here. This is right. My 8-iron cover will go 137. That's too much, club. 37, 8-iron. 8-iron full backspin will go 13.5. So 8-iron full backspin shouldn't. It's either going to land hole high or just short of hole high. That's what I would expect. That's good. We'll hit that again though. Don't go in. I'll be so mad if this holds out. Okay. Yeah. That's pretty good. It was like a 1-yard variation. It's acceptable. All right, so we know fullback, but let's take it less than fullback. Let's say bottom. 46. 46 minus 13 is 133. So that's not right. The 3-yard variance. So we want to know what 143 divided by 146 is. Pretty much pin high. Okay. I think this is going to work. I think it'll work. Let's try 7-iron. Let's really choke down with it. 7-iron off the fairway, 16.5 yards. So basically, like we want to hit it 146.5. Hello, it's a little offline. I don't know if my math was wrong there or what. Let's walk through this again. 16.5 yards. 16.5. Up goes 154.5 minus 16.5. That's 138. That's an 8-yard variance. So 154.5 minus 8, 146 divided by 154.5, 94.8. Okay, I did do it right. So this is going to answer another question for us. Does the wind affect the same at 95% as it does 100%? That goes long again. Answer is no. We went long and short. We got hit it again. I would assume it hits it the same no matter what percentage you're hitting. Just seems like if I was a programmer of a game, that's the easiest way to do it. Ah, damn it, hit a ding. Went a little bit long, but well, technically it didn't. Land a pin high. Miss Oakmont? Me too. Alright, we're gonna hit one more. Hopefully with a ding. This will make life so much easier if this is legit. Please don't go in. Okay. Yep. Alright, so I'm comfortable saying it hits it. It's gonna hit it for what, 16.5, whatever I said it was. It's gonna hit it for 16.5, whether it's 94% or 100%. We could try 6-iron. We could really go low. 6-iron is 18.5, so 138.5. No. 148.5. Pretty close. We'll hit it one more time though. I think I played a little too much power there. Oh, jeez. All over the place. Let's hit that again. Try to be really accurate here. Distance that 5, 6, 7.5. Oh shit. It's pretty close. Okay, screwed something up there. What did I hit? Sandwich? Or did I do 75%? All right. Wait. Right there. Five. 3.5. Dude, am I just that tired, or what am I doing? There we go. Yeah, so the wind's gonna hit it whether it's 85% or 100. It still affects it the same. That is interesting to note. Get that back up here. Okay, so Curtis was right. We need to do tailwinds now. Damn it, Curtis. Choke you right now. I meant to misting that. Might be in the rough. That's good. Only thing is, it gets really hard to be consistent with our aim. Pitching wedge. What do we want to start with? Let's start with 3 iron. 217. Oh fuck, where did I just hit that thing to? How'd that go OB? Didn't I just hit that right here? What? Hit it through. It went 225. What the hell? How'd that go OB? I hit it long? Okay, let's back off then. Let's go. Go pitching wedge. $11.5. I gotta copy all this for Tailwind. Hold on. Oh, let's see. What we need is a driving range. No kidding. Are you kidding me? So really, I hit that long, huh? Sucks. All right, let's see if it's 11.5 again. That it was. All right, pretty safe to say 11.5 is good to go. Again, we would expect it to be less. Should decline pretty steadily. Damn it. Nine's a lot. Well, no, it's not. Never mind. We had 10, so 9's not much at all. I don't know why I was thinking it was more than that. This should be 8. 8, 8.5, or 7.5. It's got to be one of those three. $126. Okay. Okay, what? They should add a postage putting green. I know, right? I mean, I do use it, but very rarely. Good call on the tailwinds, Curtis. I think my plan is I'm going to compile all this data and then review it, look at it, and figure out how to turn it into actionable information quickly. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this with a calculator. It's going to have to be a spreadsheet. It's going to take too long. Just because every club has so much variance right here. Maybe, I don't know. Could be a good thing or it could just turn into a huge waste of time. I don't know. It's a replay. Meter's getting bad again. That's really interesting. That's super interesting how short that went. But it fits the mold, man. There is a variance between the pitching wedge and 9-iron that is higher than any other club. Maybe it's just on Kiowa, I don't know. That time it went down to 7. Can't be right. That cannot be right. Oh, hit a ding, brother. Keep getting 8. I'm not comfortable going with that number. I'm gonna hit it one more time. It just feels like it should be more. Like 8 yards to that tailwind? And freaking number again. I get 125.6 adjusted for 135 yards. That's right. Okay, that makes sense. We got to work backwards, so it's the opposite of headwind. So we have to work backwards to figure out what that would be. Makes tailwinds slightly more difficult. You get 125.6 adjusted for 135 yards. Would you adjust it for 135 yards? Yeah, it's landing quite a bit shorter. I don't know. that's falling in line. Tap the ball like half a yard and hit it again. Okay. I think we might have a flying dots. I don't think it is. Makes sense with the rest of it. I think it's actually right. It goes 135 again. 134. Pretty close. Pretty close. I'd say it's right. Weird. Going from 8, 7 to 5 is not right. That should be 6. It should be 6. That means either I'm wrong, probably more likely. So I have that going 132. Could go 131. No. Okay. I'm good saying it's 6. We went 7 and we went 5. So I'll say that's right. Okay, cover. Let's go to cover. 66% backspin does some weird shit. I don't know why I get random shorts. Really? The problem is I have this stuff so charted. I want to deviate from it. Like I know 39, 66. I got all that down. 140, 134. That's 6. Dude, it makes sense. Makes sense. I'm good with it. All fell in line. Now we should spike back up. So we went 11.5 with the wedge, 8 with the 9. This should be like 13 plus. This should go like 156, 157. What? Hey, too short. Starting to question where I'm at now. What's the pitching wedge? Pitching wedge higher? Well, it was. Actually was. I mean, if you look at the numbers, it makes sense. Crazy enough. Right? Like you look at the pitching wedge was higher than the 9-iron. Pitching wedge was higher than the 8-iron. Pitching wedge higher than 9-iron. Pitching wedge higher than the 8-iron. So it should go inversely if we're talking about tailwind, but still higher numbers, right? That makes sense. Crazy. Got a feeling this is just a Kiowa though. It's gonna be all jacked up on a different course. Yeah, I missed that, so 9.5. Same. Huh. So weird, man. Didn't even think about that. But like when I think back to 8-irons I hit, I come up short a lot with the 8-irons. That could be why. Where are we at? Tip. Okay. Tip. Oh, we're up. 146. Ah, okay, that's not right. That's not right. Is it? No. It went from 9.5 up to 11. That's definitely not right. Either that or I'm off on this number. What do you have this going? What do you have 79%, Joe? You have 148? Can't go 148. There's no way. Okay. 6. That's so we went from 11 to 6. You're deeper than I am with mapping, but I get stuck on perfect and my eyes blend. You have 146, 147. Okay, so we have the same number. So this should be like 9 or 8. 8. Okay. I think that 11 was just a oddball. An outlier. What do we get here? 48. Nah. Nine. Should be 8. I'm comfortable saying 8. Oh, my ass is killing me. You blame pharmacist's daughter. The farmer's daughter. Alright, so this should be 7 or less. For 8, 1, 4. You gotta hit that again. Either that or it goes 150. Should be that. Gotta go 7. The only thing that makes sense. Okay, we're on the 7 iron. Oh my god. So when I fill this in completely, I gotta fill this in, and then I gotta do this 3 more times. I gotta do actually more than that. Moderate, low, and then I need to cover. Oh my god, we gotta do this like 6 more times. That's 17, 19. Then I should be able to get 15 to 10. Then I want to do 9 to 5, 5 to 0, 20 to 25, 26 to 30, 26 to 29, 30 and above. That's what we really need to do. I don't know if I got the patience for that. We got 7. And a half makes sense. But does it? I don't know. It's a pretty big jump between the 8 and the 7 on everything else. It's like a 3-yard jump. So for there only to be a 1-yard jump, I don't know. It's also a tailwind. Probably 11. Oh, this is painful. Look at that, apex was only 94 feet there. 5.5 backspin on that ball. We're gonna be at this for a few more hours. Sure. Actually, why did I say 165, but it landed 166? I saw 166. Either way, that's not right. Shouldn't go from 11 down to 8. Shouldn't jump that much. Unless my number's wrong. Okay, I think that number's wrong. What do you have for that, Joe? Bottom 7. I'm guessing, what do you have? 156.5 to 150. 158 seems like a lot. It's got to be 157. Alright. I would make it 9. 9 would be reasonable. 8 is not reasonable. What? It's bottom, so 79% spin. What do you have that as? 157? 156.5, something like that. $156 to $159. Okay. Tight. I get added. Oh, I have one of those at. Oh. Oh, 157.5. Need to do a replay soon. It's getting a little out of whack. Right. 6 is a little. It's kind of a big jump. Which means that that's off by a yard too. Makes that 160. Makes that 7, which is. Sounds right. Does that not seem right that an 18-mile-an-hour tailwind is only going to take off 7 yards? That's not right. We have to work backwards. I need to figure this out though. How to do it. So let's chart all the numbers and then we'll figure it out. Cover's probably a yard off as well. I don't think so actually. I think that's actually right. Yeah. I think that's going to be 5. It just falls in line. Drops by 2 every time. This game loves patterns. The 6 iron. Tailwinds are a bitch. I don't know. I think we can take some of it out. 6 iron, 170.5, I think. Say what? Say what? That is really, really short. Hitting uphill to 800 feet or what? That doesn't really jive. It does not make any sense. How does it only carry 177 into that wind? Oh, that does not make sense whatsoever. Let's reverse one here. I feel like hitting this shot. Let's say fairway, headwind. It's gonna be 19 yards. Plus 19 is gonna make that 200. That shot plays 200. 18. 181. Let's go tip. 17, so 198. Tip, 4-iron. Got about 203. 97.5 should get us pin high. I'll hit that again with a ding. Damn it. Okay. Picture my math right here. If it gets late like this, I get a little. 181 plus 17, 198. What this shot's gonna play. 98. Divided by 203. Okay, 97.5. Hit the ding. Please just go 180. 180 to 182 would be great. No. What do you have 4-iron tip playing, Joe, off the fairway? Sure, that's not the problem. I have it playing 203. All over the shop could get 204 and could get 208. Let's say it's 204. Say I'm wrong. It's 204. Drops it down to 97. That was a yard off. Still going 3 yards long, which would make that 207, which is actually what my other club plays. It's 207. Try 207. I don't think that's right. I bet it's 205. Still long. Okay, we don't want to hit this 4-iron with this spin, I don't think. I don't have confidence in it. set again. If it goes long again, then the 4-iron just plays longer. I'll go with 205. See if that's right. Which means bottom's 201. Means covers 207 is probably still right. Okay. Put it back over here. Club are we on this exciting journey? We are on the 6-iron. Oh, that's right. 6-iron was only going 7.5. I feel like this should land further than 178. Keeps landing there. You're right. It makes no damn sense. 78. They're telling me if I had 178 yards to the pin into this wind, I would hit a full 6-iron. Like, doesn't make sense. Get 165. I'm 5 yards off. Makes absolutely no sense. I feel like this is a waste. I feel like tailwinds are a waste here. What would be weird is if that went 178. $72. Go 5-iron. Let's just skip the 6-iron for now. That's more like it. That's more like it. But even that's kind of weak, right? 194. Still coming up weird. I guess because it's heavy winds, man. It's the only thing I can think of. Heavy winds just acts differently. I guess we can see my apex is 95 feet. It'd be interesting to look at 1719 direct tail in moderate winds versus 1719 tail in heavy winds and see what the apex is. That'll tell you a whole lot. I should have thought about that. I'm gonna write that down. It was 95 feet with a 5-iron. I don't know. You know, I'm starting to get tired though. Might as well get all these apexes real quick. Apex was 95 feet for that as well? Is that right? All gonna be 95 feet? All right, Scott, see you, man. $97. I think I need to ding it. Pitching wedge shouldn't be lower than a 9-iron. By God, it is. That's so weird. How is the apex on a pitching wedge shorter than a 9-iron? Makes no sense. Am I retarded? Shouldn't the apex be higher the lower the club? It's going the opposite way. That's not going to be right. Again, it went down. Feet. So my 5-iron went 95 feet, my 7-iron's going 91, my 8-iron's 99, 9-iron's 97, pitching wedge is 95. Okay. This is 96. All over the map. That's good enough. That's good enough. I don't get it. I gotta take my sweatshirt off. Getting flustered. Ugh. Guess I'm just going to continue doing this. We'll burn you out quick. So, okay, we got another variance here. Why did my 6-iron bottom go further than fullback in terms of net? That netted 9 yards. My 6-iron fullback only netted 7.5. Now I just bumped up to 12, which is where I thought it should be. What the shit is that? Twelve is right. I can see 12. Right, 182 times 18 divided by 255. That's 12.8. That makes sense. Okay, dude. Set the 7 again. See if we come up with 11 again. Oh, the numbers are getting skewed. Let's just hit a little bit. That's right, but the apex was a lot higher on that shot. I had it at 91 earlier. It just went 95 there. I'm tripping out. This should be like 5. This should go like 182. That means the tip's probably not right. Okay. Gonna go really short, I think. No, it didn't. 7, 8. All right. So messed up. I can't be right. There's absolutely no way. Well, yeah, I guess there can be. Okay, never mind. It's good. Let's go 4 iron. 4 iron should be at least 13, probably 14 if I had to guess. So 14 would be what, 211? And it's 13. I think it's probably 14. Gotta be 14. This should go to 11. I didn't click that. Okay. Please go to 11. Please. Oh no. Oh. Oh. No way, that's right. Well, we are hitting uphill though. Apex needs to get over 91 feet. There we go. I think we're gonna get a real answer now. Yeah. That apex was 91 the last couple dings, and now I got up to 95. All right. Come on, Apex, get up there. Should be a pretty accurate number. There. How many balls do I have left? I'm curious to see how many balls I've used. Started with 12. Nope, no. Never mind. I don't know. I don't want to hit any more shots, man. That doesn't make sense. That's too short. No way a 3-iron is going to do that. This should be accurate. It went 101 feet. 14 keeps it on par with the 4-iron. Okay. A few more shots, that's it. Oh my god, we're almost there for this part. That was 0. That was 0. That was literally nothing. That wind did nothing. I did 6. Should do at least 8. Apex is too low. Apex is way too low. I wonder why the apex keeps changing so much. Very random. 86 to 87, so it should carry. All right, I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting, I don't know, getting brain dead here. See you guys tomorrow.